And I am the voice of the voiceless.
That is undisputed.
Hey, this is Toxic Reign Scandal featuring TBK, the Turnbuckle King here. Got a good one for you guys today at the locker room with a seat. We are going to talk about why are they defending her so hard, and this in regards to the real reason behind Maxxine Dupri being booed at a live event with WWE. The current question I'm going to answer is that everybody wants to know: is wrestling a pathetic community or a realistic one? Has the wrestling fans gone too far? We will get into it, see what's going on in the locker room. It's definitely lots to cover. And since it's lots to cover, we have to see what is the reason behind all this booing, or is it blown out of proportion? So with that being said, let's dive into it and let's air the dirty laundry. Now, Maxxine Dupri, as we know, is not the best wrestler in the ring. We know she started as a model for, the Dupri Maxxine models. She did NXT alongside Max Dupri, that we know as LA Knight. But the thing is, she got booed heavily at a live event in WWE. They were saying, "Boo Maxxine, don't come back," blah blah blah, and she was politely put 2 fingers up and she walked to the back. Thing about it is, were they going too far when she got booed? Now, like I said, Maxxine Dupri recently just started wrestling a few months ago. Not even a couple months ago, it's been months. But we know she's not known to be a wrestler. She's more of a valet, et cetera, et cetera. She's not a wrestler. And they're just really, really going in on her. And the video just went viral. And everyone is upset, meaning the fan base, that some of the fans were going too hard on Maxxine Dupri. Thing about it is, I'll be honest, she can't not wrestle. I mean, not because she doesn't want to, she just can't. I mean, when you have that kind of job and you're not the best, of course they're going to say something. Maxxine, you cannot wrestle. That's the thing. You never was a great wrestler. You're not a good wrestler now. I mean, she seems stiff in the ring. She moves all around. Now, was some of the fans taking it too far of what they were doing to her, booing her? Did they take it too far, or were they voicing their own opinion? Have they gone too far for that? I would say, it didn't get to the point where stuff was thrown at her. They didn't throw stuff at her. They didn't call out her name for what I seen at the live event. They just said, "Boo Maxxine, don't come back." And I think wrestling fans are just voicing their opinion. They're not trying to so much put Maxxine in this little box where, she's the worst wrestler ever. They just said she can't wrestle, and it's true. She cannot wrestle. Maxxine Dupri is not known to be a wrestler. The thing about Maxxine Dupri, I mean, let's be honest here. She is not a wrestler, but she is eye candy. She looks good, looks nice, but she's not known to be a wrestler. And I don't know why people are getting mad that fans are booing. Fans are gonna boo. That's what they do. If you wrestle, they'll cheer for you. You'll get a pop like LA Knight, for example. But if you cannot wrestle and you look lousy in the ring and stiff and out of place, they're gonna boo you. That's the part of business. Maxxine Dupri, FYI, is not the first superstar to get booed in a live event or a taping. She's not the first one to get booed. I know throughout this whole thing, she's being defended by Rhea Ripley, and I know Becky Lynch defended her as well, but I think it's being blown out of proportion. I mean, let's see what Rhea Ripley and Becky Lynch had to say regarding the whole thing, because I know that they said this on the whole X and putting out tweet and stuff like that. Let's see what Maxxine and Rhea had to say about Maxxine. Let's see what she had to say. And this is what Rhea had to say. She said, let's see, I wish, in her words, this is coming from Rhea Ripley. She said, I wish that some of you got booed and ridiculed in the public eye while being new at your job. Learning and getting better is a part of being human. Be better as humans. Now, this is Rhea Ripley defending Maxxine Dupri due to the fans booing her. That's what Rhea had to say. Thing about Rhea, like I said, they're going to boo you. That's a part of the process. They're going to boo you. And my thing is, if Maxxine is still new and learning to the ropes, maybe she shouldn't be on the main roster, especially Monday Night Raw, which is the premier show of all of WWE, the #1 flagship show. You know? Now let's see. She's not the only one that had to defend her. Becky Lynch also defended her too. Let's see what Becky Lynch has to say. Becky Lynch said, let's see. Becky Lynch said, she said this a while back, but she said, if I hadn't sworn off tag team partners for life, Maxxine Dupri would be my #1 choice. And then she later said, meant it then, still mean it now at Maxxine Dupri. I mean, this is getting blown out of proportion. This is what fans do. They're going to voice their opinion. I don't get the whole thing of why everyone is getting so upset about it. I don't get where all the she's getting booed. Y'all act like that Maxxine Dupri was, I don't know, like, someone said derogatory word against her, they throw something at her, or they touched it inappropriately. None of that stuff happened. With some stuff has happened to female superstars throughout the years. I'm not saying it's right for saying derogatory things or throwing stuff at her or inappropriate touching. I'm just saying that I think it's going too far of how these fans can't voice their opinion. They don't want you to say anything these days. That's the thing. I don't understand that. Why is it everyone's so sensitive now? I mean, this is the way things are. You're gonna get booed. It don't go that just for wrestling. If you're a comedian, if you're not funny, you're gonna get booed. If you're a musician or entertainer, if you're not good at performing song or what entertainment that you do, you're gonna get booed. It does not matter what the occupation is. You will get booed regardless of that. And no one has sympathy for those people. Now let's see. Now since Becky or Rhea did defend Maxxine Dupri on her honor, let's say some fans weren't so defending. Let's see what one fan said. He says, I love Maxxine Dupri, but making her into some kind of victim is so lame. This is from Danny Abel. I agree with Danny. I agree with him on that part. She is not a victim. I mean, why are you treating like Maxxine is such a victim? And she just, I don't know, like the world came to an end when she got booed. Now, that's not the only X tweet that came up. Let's see who else came up. This person, Cartier, said here, he said, I'm the only one that feels that people are doing way too much about Max Dupri at the Board House show. That's what she signed up for the day she signed a contract. It happens to be the best of the best, and it's really not that deep. That is 100% right. It's not that serious. I'll say everyone's not defending Maxxine Dupri. Everyone's not going to treat her as a victim. I'm sorry, that's just not the case. Maxxine, you're gonna get booed. It's a part of the job. It comes with the territory. Everyone's not gonna stick up for you by like Rhea and Becky did. And I had to guess, if I had to bank on it and put my money on it while you're getting defended, I will say this. Maxxine is whining way too much. She's whining about this backstage. I could bet my bottom dollar that Maxxine Dupri was really complaining and really down about what happened. Brian may have been crying backstage, and she whined and complained to fellow superstars in management, whether it's middle management or upper management, and everyone came out to save Maxxine and play this whole victim thing. It's just blown out of proportion. Yes, they booed you. If anything, the booing that Maxxine got, it should be used as motivation to get better in the ring. She should be practicing her craft anytime she can get any opportunity that she can practice to get better at the performance center. Take advantage of that. Don't complain, don't whine, just get better. You know, another example, Kobe Bryant, the late Kobe Bryant, when he was a rookie, he was hitting air balls. Now, did Kobe cry because he was getting booed by Laker fans, or did he get in the gym and work on his game every chance he could get to get better and become one of the best NBA guards of all time? So it's just too much of the victim, too much of the whiny and crybaby nonsense with Maxxine Dupri. You just cannot wrestle right now. And it's not to be mean. You're not a great wrestler now. But if she trains to get better, she can be a better wrestler. You know what I mean? I think Maxxine is playing victim. You guys in the live chat, in the comment section, let me know if Maxxine is playing victim. Is she blowing this out of proportion, taking it too far as she's done? Or is she just, at least make a statement saying, hey, I know, thank you guys for coming out. We're gonna get better. Thank you, WWE Universe. That's all she has to say, if anything. And I think she's really down and let the boos get to her mentally, and she just cannot handle the heat. And if that's the case, if Maxxine can't handle the boos, can't handle the backlash from the fans in the wrestling community, maybe this is not the job for you if you're not willing to get better. So she has to take that with a grain of salt. Now, I know some people may not agree with what I say, but it's the truth. She needs to relax and just get better. Many superstars have been booed. She needs to suck it up and move forward with that. Suck it up, get better, move forward, or get out and don't wrestle anymore. Because maybe this is not the job for you. Booing is a part of the territory. That's what she needs to realize. Now, is the wrestling community a pathetic one, a realistic one? Yes, it's true. The wrestling community can get very, very nasty with the superstars and of other people. Back in the day, back in the ECW, WCW days, fans went too far as throwing debris, which is cans, food, whatever, in the ring to the wrestlers, especially today when Hulk Hogan turned heel and joined and started the NWO. He was booed heavily. Stuff was thrown in the ring. I know he was a heel, but it went to that extreme back then, especially in ECW. So I think with things today, the way things are, that things are going way too far, and I think people are blowing things out of proportion. That's my opinion on that. I think it's going way too far, and people are being way, way, way too sensitive to see what's going on, and it doesn't have to be that way. That's the crazy part about it. Yes, but at the same time, the wrestling fans are realistic. They're gonna let you know, this is how wrestlers get, pops and popularity. Look at LA Knight, look at Cody Rhodes. If they're behind you, they like you, they're gonna root for you, and they're gonna show how they really feel. And if it's not like similar to Maxxine Dupri, which they're not behind her, they're gonna voice that opinion too. That's just the way it is. Like I said before, and I'll say it again, she's not the first superstar to get booed. People have been booed throughout the years. She's not the first one to get booed. And I'll give you an example of that. Let's see. I do remember that Liv Morgan, when she was the women's champion in 2022, she was booed.
I look at this.
Now, that was Liv Morgan when she won the then SmackDown Women's Championship, which is now known as the WWE Women's Championship. Now, she was booed heavily during that time. She was not over with the fans. The thing about it is, when Liv was booed, did she complain about it? Did she have people sticking up for her? Did they do any of that stuff, the victim stuff? No. And Liv Morgan was the champion. She just became champion by cashing the Money in the Bank contract on Ronda Rousey, the previous champion, to win the championship. So let's cut that out. You know, she's not the first person to get booed. Maxxine, you just have to get over it and move on. Move forward from this whole thing. You know, it's that's just the way it is. You know, I mean, everyone's not going to get cheered. Everyone's not going to get cheered at first go around. You will get booed. That's just the way it's been. It's been like that over the years. You're going to get booed. I don't understand the whole concept. Why is everyone so upset about Maxxine Dupri getting booed? We know she's not the best wrestler in the ring. That's not a secret. It's common knowledge. She's not the best in the ring. But that don't mean she can't be one of the best in the ring. It does not also mean she can't improve and get better for that matter. So let's just get over that right now. It's just a part of how things go. And I think the tweets that Rhea and Becky Lynch have done is way too much. I mean, you don't have to go that far, in my opinion. We know that Maxxine's trying. We know that she's new at wrestling. We know she's a part of the WWE. We know all of that, but it don't change the fact that Maxxine Dupri is not great in the wrestling ring. We know that. She's just not the best in the ring. We know it's just her wrestling skills is why she got booed. It's not her character. It's not, it's just how she's just not good in the ring. I mean, I've seen matches where Maxxine Dupri was on Monday Night Raw having a match, and she botched several times. And no one booed her then. They let her slide. She's been like this for quite some time now. So they just want, the fans is trying to, maybe they're just trying, she needs to use that as motivation to get better. Don't get upset, get better. Don't whine about it, improve. That's what she needs to do in this whole scenario. And I don't know if Maxxine Dupri is whining over this now and she don't get better. The booing by the fans is only going to get worse in due time. It's only going to get worse. It will not get better by any means. Maxxine, it will get worse for you. And if it gets worse and it's too much heat, you need to get out the kitchen, quit, and go somewhere else. The internet wrestling community and the wrestling community itself is very, very, very hard on the superstars, male or female. It does not matter. That's just how it is. We know that fans can be very mean, but that's just how it is. Fans are not just mean at wrestling shows, like I said before. They're mean to other athletes, whether it's basketball, whether it's football, whether it's baseball, whether it's boxing, whether it's golf, or whether it's tennis or hockey, etc., etc., etc. You don't think those fans really boo at those athletes that are not doing the best, performing at their job? Guess what? They get booed too. It's not just you, Maxxine. So get over it. Just move forward and get better. That's all I think she needs to do. Maxxine is too worried and too focused about what all the fans think her wrestling skills. And like I said, if Maxxine Dupri thinks she can't live up to the expectation that she thinks she should have for herself, then maybe you should get more conditioning, more training, and move back down to NXT, which you should be anyway since you're wrestling now. But, maybe that'll be a better option for her. But Maxxine, I mean, you're not known as a wrestler. You just started wrestling. We get that. But maybe you shouldn't be on Raw. Maybe if she was developing back on NXT as a wrestler, maybe the booing wouldn't be so harsh, as they call it. Maybe they wouldn't be on her so hard. But Maxxine, I believe she needs to get over it. People have been booed many, many years. And guess what? It's not going to stop. It will continue. It'll be another superstar tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, several years. If they're doing lousy in the ring, which the female or male, they're going to get booed too. And they either have two options like Maxxine has. Like I say, either get out or improve and get better. That's all she needs to do. That's all she should be focusing on. Don't worry about everything what the fans doing. Don't worry about it. I mean, come on. The Rock, when he first came as Rocky Maivia, was booed. They're saying Rocky sucks now. Just hindsight 2020, they're saying it again, but that's because he's trying to get over as a heel. But I'm just saying, when he started as a wrestler, Rock was booed too. She's not the only one to go through this process. It's just a new thing for Maxxine. She's not in the managerial role. She's doing a little bit of wrestling, and that's what comes with it. It's either she's going to accept things the way they are, or she's going to move forward and do something else. There's no more to it, nothing more, nothing less. And that's all regarding that. There's nothing else you can do. I just hope Maxxine can rebound from this and get better. I hope she can rebound from this and use this as inspiration to improve her skill, or at least hone her craft and later master her skill, which is wrestling. Who knows? She may be one of the best wrestlers if she works better. I remember Trish Stratus, one of the best women wrestlers of all time. She was, not the best at first either. She was a little green, and she improved and got better. And look what she's at now, Hall of Famer, if not one of the best women wrestlers of all time. So it's only, you have to take it one day at a time with Maxxine Dupri. It will get better for her moving down the line. She just has to stop worrying about what all the fans are saying about her, whether she's good in the ring or not. That's the whole thing behind that. And I think once she gets to that, she will be amazing. But if not, then yeah, you're going to have to move forward and go on to something else, or go back to being a manager or valet, which, like I said, no offense, is a better position for her. I never saw Maxxine Dupri and looked at it and said, oh man, she's going to be a great wrestler. I see wrestling all over her. No, she's an eye candy, and I see her as a manager / valet, whatever you want to call it. That's just the way it is, and that's the way it's going to be until Maxxine changes and get better with the whole concept. That's the way I see it. And other than that, she will be fine. Just have to silence the fans and ignore the nonsense behind. And that's all I have regarding this whole situation. This is all I have regarding why are they defending her so hard. Real reason behind stars behind Maxxine Dupri. You guys let me know in the live chat in the comment section. What do you think of this whole thing of Maxxine being booed throughout the whole thing? Soon 2 videos will pop up for Toxic Ray Scan on YouTube. One will be was another wrestler SA'd by Vince. The second video will be her best championship ring of all time. Until then, it is OUT.